everyone. Today we are doing this question. Alright, so as you can see over here, I wrote E plus F equals to 272. Right? So that's the first thing that I want to do. Okay. Now, why is it that I wrote that? Because I want to see whether this is internal transfer. When I read the second sentence, I realize that it is internal transfer. Why is it internal transfer? Because it says that Eugene gave 1/3 of his stamps to Frank. What I want to do is I'm going to show Eugene gave 1/3, so I'm just going to minus 1/3, and this 1/3 went over to Mr. Frank. You agree so far? Right? So Eugene will now have something, right? Which is what we call 2/3. Now, do you know how much does Frank have? You don't know. Why? Because I don't know what is Frank's starting. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So I will just put F first, okay? Or I will just put maybe just put a box over here. So I will want to fill this up later. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You see, so Frank received something from Eugene already. So Frank, let's say Frank has 10, and Frank now receives 5 from Eugene. Now Frank has how many? 15. From that 15, Frank took what? You see sentence number 2, what did Frank do? Frank said, "Ayo, you're so nice. I'm going to give you a bit of what I have." Do you understand? So that's the reason why now I'm going to do, what am I going to do over here? I'm going to minus 1/5. Do you agree so far? Right, I minus 1/5, and this 1/5 flew all the way to Eugene, and then I plus 1/5 here. Am I making sense here? Right? Do I know how much for Eugene?
No.
Maybe. Do I know how much for Frank? I still don't know. Correct or not? Now, the good thing is this, is that the 272 remains as 272. Don't you agree so far? Why is it that the 272 remains at 272? Very good, the total doesn't change because I am giving you, you are giving me my total. Our total will never change. You understand what I'm saying? So, well, yes. So what you can do, you can actually find out. Very good. You can actually find out what is this, and you can actually find out what is this really, right? How do you do that? Because they are the same, right? So I'm just going to divide by 2. Am I making sense here? 272 divided by 2, that gives me 136. So I'm just going to quickly put 136 over here, 136 over here. Agree or disagree?
Bro, everything falling here.
Okay. Now, well, what exactly is this 136? Did you realize this 136 is actually 2/3 plus 1/5? Am I making sense here? So what is this? What is this 136?
136.
What is this 136?
36 actually is equals to 1/5. Oh wait, 136 is equal to 4 units on F side.
Why 4 units?
After minusing 1/5,
Uh-huh.
left is 4/5.
Very good. So you see, this 136 here is actually 4/5. Don't you agree so far? Do you understand what I'm saying or not, guys?
Yeah.
Right? So if this is 4/5, we can confidently say that 4 units is actually equals to 136. We want to find out what is this. What is that? 1 unit. Very good. Which is equals to 136 divided by 4, and that gives me 34. Where would this 34 go to? This 34 came to here. Am I making sense? Now, this 34 is also this 34. What do I mean by this 34 is also this 34? You see, this 34 is minus from Frank, but given to Eugene. So that means to say this is also equals to 34. Don't you agree with me?
Oh.
Am I making sense? So you can keep working backwards already, right? You can keep working backwards, huh? So now you know, oh, I know it's 2/3 already. Agree or disagree? Right? So I can say that 2/3 of, who is that person? Eugene, is actually equals to 136 minus away 34, because I want to remove away the 34 that was given to me by Frank. Am I making sense? So 136 minus 34, therefore I get to 102 over here. Do you agree so far? Okay, so I'm just going to minus 10. I'm just going to put 102 over here. But you see, what about this box over here? This box over here. Do you understand what I'm saying or not? Right, this box over here wants us to do what? What does it want us to do? What does it want us to do? It wants us to find what is this, right? So how am I supposed to find that? Do you know how to find that? Very simple, right? How much? Why 102 divided by 2? Because you want to find out what is this, is it? Okay. But can we find out what is this question mark first? We just have to do 136 minus away. Sorry, not minus away, but 136 plus 34. Do you all agree so far? This is 170, which is over here. Am I making sense here? All right. So once you have that 170, okay, you can actually continue to work backwards, right? Agree? So now I know all of this. I want to fill up whatever I can. Now, I know that 2 over 3 of Eugene is 102, right? So I want to find 1 over 3 of Eugene. Okay, why am I doing that? Because I want to make sure I get to my Eugene at first. Am I making sense here? Which is 51. Am I making sense? Right? Where is 51? This is actually 51. Do you agree or you disagree? Agree, huh? Now, but the question says, I want you to find Eugene at first. Eugene at first is this is where I want to get to. Does that make sense to you? Right? So this question mark is where I want to get to. So I'm just going to put Eugene. I'm going to say at first is, you can either find 3 over 3 or you want to just do, yeah, if you want to do 3 over 3, then you just do 51 times 3, which is equals to 153. Am I making sense? Well, alternatively, you can also do 102 plus 51 to get to this. It's the same thing. Okay, so that's how you do a question like
Where we get
this.
51 from?